Okay, so let's have some more fun with LCM and HCF. Here's another problem. So I want to find two numbers A and B. I don't know what those numbers are, but I know that the HCF of A and B is equal to 56, and I know the LCM of A and B is equal to 2520. Okay, so and I also know that A and B are both greater than 56. Okay, so now what I want to do is I want to find out what A and B are. Okay. So first of all, let's do the prime factorization of 56 and 2520. So fairly easy to do. If you look at the prime factorization of 56, the prime factorization of 56 is just equal to 2 cubed into 7. And the prime factorization of 2520, a bit more involved, but still can be done, is equal to 2 cubed into 3 squared into 5 into 7. Okay. Okay. So now I know some things. I know since 56 is a common factor, it's the highest common factor, but it's a common factor of A and B. So what that means is that this implies, so this thing really implies, so being the HCF really implies A and is equal to 2 cubed into 7 into H, some number, and B is equal to 2 cubed into 7 into K, right? And please note that since 56 is the highest common factor, that means H and K cannot have any common factors and hence no common prime factors, okay? Because 56 is the highest common factor, okay? Now, another important thing is that the LCM is equal to 2 cubed into 3 squared into 5 into 7. And let me write down the powers of 5 here, which are 1. Okay, so now that means that the maximum power of 2 it can be 3, the maximum power of 3 is 2, the maximum power of 5 is 1, and the maximum power of 7 is 1. I'm talking about the prime factorizations of A and B. So if you look at the prime factorization of A and B, so let's write it down. Let's write down the prime factorizations of A and B. So if I write down the prime factorization of A, it is going to be 2 cubed into some power of 3. I don't know what it is, so I'm going to leave it blank. Into some power of 5, I don't know what it is, into 7 that I already know is at least 1. Okay, so here's 1. And similarly, B I know is going to be equal to 2 cubed into some power of 3, which I don't know, into some power of 5, which I don't know, into 7 raised to the power 1. Okay, now we have to figure out, and I know that the highest power, right? I mean, this is what is telling me the highest power. The highest power of 3 is 2, and the highest power of 5 is 1. I also know that H and K, remember, this part is really H. So if you think about it, this part is the H part, and this part is the K part, right? And H and K cannot have any common factors and hence no common prime factors. So what I can do is I can put, and I can only play with 3 squared and 5. So I have a choice. What I can do is I can put a 2 maybe over here. If I put a 2 over here, then I'm forced to put a 1 over here, and there will be, I will not be able to put any power of 5 or 3 in A and B respectively, right? So that they have no common factors. So you have to think about this for a minute, that we have used the fact that in the HCF you have no common factors, so hence H and K cannot have any common factors, hence they can't have any common prime factors. Now we already knew that A and B had 3 powers of 2 and 1 power of 7. The only issue was we were trying to figure out where to throw the powers of 3 and 5. And since they had no common factors, no common prime factors, if we throw in all powers, if we throw in a 5 in one, we have to throw all powers of 3 in the other. And hence A and B are turn out to be this. This is a bit tricky. You have to think about it for a while before it will all make sense. It's really testing your understanding of the highest common factor and the least common multiple, and do you really understand um, all the algorithms that we've been using, and the conceptual understanding that we have developed. So I would really suggest that you talk to a friend, try to explain this problem to them in a way that you understand. And if you can do that, then try doing a few problems, a few harder problems. And if you get stuck, please talk to your friends and your uh, teachers, and that should help cement this understanding of what we have learned up till now.